Hello there everybody, welcome to another music comparison video. This time we're going to compare the music from both the N64 and 3DS version of Diddy Kong Racing. And now the first song we're going to compare is Frosty Village. First, let's listen to the N64 version. And now, the 3DS version. Now, between the two songs, I feel like the N64 version is a lot better than the 3DS version. One thing that the 3DS version has that I don't like with the music, I feel like, okay, well, the part with the whistling, you could definitely hear the whistling part echoing. You do not hear that really with the N64 version, and it really sounds annoying, and it sounds like it ruins the music when you hear that echo from the whistling and all. And also, they changed the sound of it so much to where I feel like it doesn't fit the theme of the level and also the music itself. So, yeah, for Frosty Village, I say the N64 version is a lot better than the 3DS. The next song we're going to compare in this video is Walrus Cove. First, the N64 version. And now, the 3DS version. And now, between the two, I feel like the N64 version is, once again, a lot better. I just feel like the sound of the beat of the drums, the rhythm of it, like through the whole song, I think it sounds a lot better in the N64 version. And it sounds good in the 3DS version, it just doesn't sound as good to me. And also, when it comes to this part of the song, in the 3DS version, I feel like you can also hear the echo in it, just like you heard in the 3DS version of Frosty Village. And no, it's not just that echo sound that annoys me. It's also it just feels like it doesn't have that feel, the Christmas vibe to that sound, in my opinion. And also, it just, in my opinion, it just doesn't really fit the theme of the song, the theme of the level. So yeah, once again, the N64 version's a lot better. The third song we're going to be comparing is Ancient Lake. First, the N64 version. And now, the 3DS version. Now this is an easy one. There's not really much to say, but I'd say the 3DS version sounds a whole lot better. It sounds a lot more catchy, and I'm glad that it sounds like they added like a lot more to it than what they did with the N64 version. So, yep, the 3DS version sounds a lot more better to me. And now the fourth song we're going to be comparing is Everfrost Peak. First, the N64 version. Now let's listen to the 3DS version. Now this one is very difficult for me. Both versions of Everfrost Peak sound very, very good. But I think the 3DS version probably sounds the best because I've always loved the sound of clapping and the sound of a guitar in video game music, and I feel like the sound of the clapping and the guitar music in the 3DS version just sounds a lot more amazing than it did in the N64 version. You can barely hear the sound of the guitar in the N64 version, whenever I listen to it, that is. But I just feel like it sounds a lot better than the 3DS version, so yeah, the 3DS version is a lot better. Now the fifth and final song we're going to compare for this video is TT's theme. First, let's listen to the N64 version. Now let's listen to the 3DS version. Now, both of them sound very similar. Similar. And I think that the N64 version beats this one because I just feel like the way it sounds, it fits TT's personality a lot more than what they did, than what the small changes that they did to the 3DS version, in my opinion. This one is very hard for me to choose, and I don't know how to explain this one, but I would say the N64 version definitely beats this one. And we're not done yet, everyone. Once again, my friend Ryan would love to give his opinions on which songs he thinks is better. Ryan?
Man, I'm so handsome today, man. Holy crap, I'm way better looking than Pat. Hey guys, what's going on? Yeah, it's the boss back again for another music comparison video on the Patrick Barrett YouTube channel. Today, guys, I guess we're going to be doing music comparisons of Diddy Kong Racing, so, let's just jump into the comparisons. I guess the first comparison that we're making here is the Frosty Village music from the Frosty Village level in Diddy Kong Racing. I listened to the two out of the N64 and the 3DS version. This one was very close for me. Both songs sound very, very similar. Both are really catchy, upbeat, funky. They have a lot of really nice, what I'm assuming woodwind instruments, just having like nice uplifting beat for like a nice cart ride. And so, but both were good, but for nostalgia's sake and for classic's sake, I'm going to go with the N64 version, even though this was very close. So the next set of musical clips that we actually have here is the Walrus Cove race from Diddy Kong Racing. So I compared the N64 and the 3DS version. This one was also very close for me. They both have that jazzy, upbeat music from the last one. They have that, what I can almost describe as a wintry theme for the music, for like winter theme music, if you guys know what I mean. Like if you listen to like Christmas songs and stuff, I got the Christmas song vibe off of these, which is really good because I love Christmas songs. But I got the wintry vibe off of them. But out of the two, I actually prefer the 3DS version. While they're very similar, the 3DS version actually has like a rock and roll like Christmas beat to it. And I can't really describe it, but when you listen to it, you can tell. And I really love that more. So I'm gonna go with the 3DS version. version. Here we got the third level that we are going to be comparing the music with today, Ancient Lake. Now, again, listen to the two, and I have to say, both sound very, very good. Both have like that, they have both like that tropical beat to it that just sounds really nice, really jazzy, really uplifting. It almost sounds like there's like, they're getting the sound from a beach, yet they have a mariachi band playing in the background, mixed together with some other instruments. Like, it has a really nice tropical theme with like a nice like, Caribbean like style music to it, like, and I really love that style of music. So both were really good. This is another we've had a lot of close choices for me for this music comparison, because a lot of the songs, they're both really good, but they're both sound, I can only pick one. So if I had to pick, I'm going to go with the 3DS version again, and the reason I picked that is it has more, I feel it has more of the tropical vibe to it for the 3DS version, and it just sounds a little bit more catchy, I guess you could say. So I'm going to go with the 3DS. So for the fourth comparison we have here, we actually are comparing Everfrost Peak. For this one, I think was a bit more straightforward. Both soundtracks were, I don't think they were, in my opinion, for Everfrost Peak, it's not as good as like the past tracks that I've compared, but they were alright. They were pretty good. They were pretty catchy, pretty upbeat. Had a lot of really nice instruments that meshed well together, and just an overall nice, like, jolly beat to it. If I had to pick a version, though, for this one, more the N64 version. The 3DS version, I feel, just wasn't as, I don't want to say well as composed, but it just didn't do it for me in terms of like the catchiness and all. It's fine, but the N64 version's better, I think. Fifth and final comparison for this music track here today for Diddy Kong Racing is TT's theme. Now, this one was actually a bit more close than the last comparison that I did for my fourth one. It's a bit harder for me to pin down for this one. They're both really good. They both have really nice, like, cool beats to them. I don't, like I said, this one isn't as good as, like, the first three that I've compared, in my opinion, anyway. But it's good. It's alright in itself. If I had to pick out of the two, this is a close one in terms of this track. I'm probably going to go with that's a hard one. I'm probably going to go with the N64 version again. The 3DS version I was thinking about picking, but the N64 has that more classic feel to it. And besides, it is the more classic game, so that's what I'm going to base this one off of, because there's really nothing else for me to compare here, other, like, in terms of the music. But other than that, everybody, this has been my music comparisons for Diddy Kong Racing. Thank you so much to Patrick for having me on the channel. It's always a pleasure being here with you, man, and, you know, with your audience and whatnot. I don't know when I'll see you, but whenever I see you guys next on this channel, I'll see you then. Peace.
Well, there you have it, guys. Both me and my friend Ryan think that the N64 version of Diddy Kong Racing has the best music. I really appreciate all of you watching this video. Let me know in the comments what game you would like me to do a video of like this with. I don't know what other games I could like do this with. Games that like that's on two different consoles but exactly the same but with different music. I know I could do Donkey Kong Country 2. I just need to find where I just need to figure out where I can find the 3DS version of its music. I just need to figure out where I can find it. But alright, guys, thanks again for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.